Harnessing your feminine energy is the key to ensure you become the press to be one. Yet you still sit and remain in a man's life as the placeholder, and you don't know why. I have the secrets for your switch, but you have to make sure you really put in the work. You first need to recognize and exemplify your value. You don't sit there and feel the need to prove your worth to someone, and you don't beg them to treat you right. You reflect the behavior that someone gives you. You don't automatically react. You don't put your emotions into it. If someone isn't calling, you're not calling them. If he says, hey, I want to take you out on Friday, days go by and he doesn't say anything, you're not going to chase him and say, hey, what about that date? Because you understand the power your silence holds, and you understand detachment. You know that if a man really values you the way you value yourself, he's not gonna let you slip away. And when one man or a few men give you attention, you don't cling on to them. You know how detachment works. You know you can invest some of your time into them, but you also understand you must hold back your energy. You know that you will attract those meant for you, which means you don't need to chase a man. On TikTok, there's this trend going on. It's literally like a man talking about like, oh, what's an arch pic? I don't know, someone teach me. And it's literally just a bunch of young girls. Like I swear they're like 19, 20 years old. And they're literally putting up their arch pictures in the TikTok comments. Easy, just easy. Why are you going to do that disservice to yourself? Why does a random man on the internet who doesn't even know your last name get to see you in that way? It's attention seeking, and it's you wanting the validation from them. And by you knowing that what's meant for you is meant for you and you attract the people that are meant to be in your life, you have no issue cutting someone off. You have no issue letting go of a friendship that no longer serves you or a relationship that you know is past due. And you don't get offended when someone does that to you. That's another really big thing that people forget. You can cut someone off and you feel fine, but when someone does it to you, is it triggering for you? Are you not able to detach from that? You know that what's meant for you is meant to stay in your life. You also have to ask yourself, do you have a deep understanding of who you are? This requires a lot of alone time. This requires a lot of self-reflection, not a bunch of distractions that keep you from leveling yourself up. You are able to work on your self-awareness and understand how your past can affect your present, and you are able to do the inner work to make sure you don't repeat any patterns. You also know what morals you have. You know what core values are important to you. And you don't allow someone's judgment to affect you or what you believe in, but you also don't change those things for someone else. I had a friend that would consistently change herself for men, just no sense of self because she wanted to people please. When you are a chronic people pleaser, all you're doing is compromising your own morals and values. You are also never embarrassed to be authentically yourself. You're not switching how you act around different people. And lastly, you truly embrace your feminine attributes. You understand that your femininity is a gift. You're not afraid to express how you're feeling, but of course in a composed and controlled way. You aren't afraid of your own emotions. When you want to harness your feminine energy, you just let go of control. You will give yourself grace. You will understand patience. You'll let the man in your life take the lead. Or you have a healthy balance of your feminine and your masculine. You know when to turn on your masculine and you know when to turn it off, and understand when it's time for your feminine. You don't need a man to be feminine. You also allow space for sensuality and creativity in your life. You're not constantly in hustle culture, always grinding and living out of burnout and out of survival mode. You see that your creativity and your sensuality is a way for you to level yourself up as you keep working on it. Before you expect anyone to treat you as a prize or for you to properly attract what you believe is meant for you, you have to be able to make your own shifts in your life. You need to actually put in the work to be the prize, to be the high value woman. It's just not an automatic rite of passage for you to have because you're a woman. You have to be a woman worth chasing.